Hi everyone and welcome to Amy Learns to Cook. On the show today, we're going to make a quick chicken stir fry. We're going to be using the Zhen Vegetable Knife. This is a great dish, simple, easy, great for a weeknight, and it tastes absolutely fantastic. So join me as we do a easy and quick chicken stir fry. So I don't know if you're like me, but a lot of times I get off work and I just want something to eat that's quick and easy. And I really like stir fries. You can throw a bunch of stuff in a pan, make a little sauce, put it over some rice, and it is absolutely fantastic. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make our quick chicken stir fry, and we're going to use a new knife. This knife was sent to me by the nice people at Zhen, and I thought it was really, really unique. It's a vegetable knife, and it has a shape to it that I was like, I absolutely love the little shape to it. So here is our knife, and it's by Zhen. And if you're interested in taking a look at this knife, I'll put a link in the description. So let's take it out of the box, and I'll show you what I mean by the shape. So here is our vegetable knife, and I don't know what it was that attracted me to this knife, but it has such a unique shape to it. It's not really like a cleaver, though you can use it for cutting meat. I just really wouldn't go through a lot of bone with it. But it's just really interesting to me. I really liked the shape of it, and it has this here. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but I think that is going to keep stuff from sticking to it. I always have that problem when I'm using like a santoku. The stuff is always sticking to the blade. And this is kind of rough. It'll probably prevent that from doing that. But look at the shape of that knife. I just thought that was so funky. I just love it. It does have the tang going through the handle. It's very wide this way. It has, for a good rocking motion, look at the shape of it. I just thought that was really, really funky. I like funky looking knives. And this one is really unique. It's not like your average chef's knife. So let me wash this knife up. Let's get our ingredients and let's make our chicken stir fry. So the vegetables that we're going to be using in our stir fry are some snow peas. We have zucchini, red bell pepper, carrot, onion. We're going to be using a little garlic. You can use any combination of vegetables that you like. This is just what looked good at the store. So my knife is all washed up, and first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut our zucchini. And we're just going to cut them into like moons. This knife is fun. I don't know why. It just makes me feel like I'm, really doing something. See how fast I can do this. Woo! These things are rolling little suckers. I sort of decided I kind of want them to be half moons. So I'm going to go ahead and cut them into half moons because I kind of want them more bite size. Every time I make this stir fry, I make it a different way. Today I'm sort of in a half moon sort of mood. Now we're going to cut up a little carrot, and I'm just going to cut it sort of at an angle. This knife is cool because it sort of has this rocking. I love it. It's awesome. And I just have 2 carrots here. Okay, now we have some red bell pepper. The reason I chose, wow, that was cool. The reason I chose red is because we have a lot of green with the zucchini and the snow peas. So I just chose a red. You don't necessarily have to use red, but I thought it would give it a little color. And we'll cut these ends off. Look at how easy that knife does that. This knife is nice. And let me rinse these real quick. So we're just going to cut this in strips. I like the rocking on this. I'm really digging this knife. And I think I'm just going to cut them in half like that. You can cut these as big or small as you want. I really like the taste of stir-fried bell peppers. And now we got a little onion. Onion. You don't have to put onion in it if you don't want to, but I kind of like it. And I think I'm just gonna like do this in some wedges. I just cut it in half and then cut it like this. That looks pretty good, huh, Bill? I kind of decided I wanted to do a little mushroom. So I cleaned these. I'm just going to slice them. And these are big. So I think I'm just going to cut them in half. I don't know if this is a traditional ingredient. I've made chicken before, like a mushroom with a sauce, so hey. It'll be good, right? And we're gonna do a little garlic. I'm gonna slice it. I already peeled this. I spared you the details on my peeling skills. We're just gonna slice it. And we're gonna be using this to flavor the oil. Give it a nice garlicky scent. I really like this knife. It just rolls. Rolls and rolls. Just hold the knife here and just bam, 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 bam. So next up we're going to cut the chicken, and I'm going to put some gloves on, mainly because I don't like getting it in my fingernails. One of the reasons I'm cutting the chicken last is I don't have to mess up more than one board. Because after you're done with the chicken, this board's got to be sanitized. I put it in the dishwasher, so chicken is done last, right? So we're going to go ahead and put our chicken here, and I'm going to trim this a little bit. Because as you guys know, I buy the club pack kind of chicken, and they don't trim it all that great. And we just want basically slices. So I'm going to cut this really thin. Because we're going to be stir frying it, so we want it thin cut. And this is just boneless, skinless chicken breast. You can use any cut of chicken you want. You can even use steak. You can make this, you know, a steak stir fry. You don't really need to use chicken. If you prefer beef, definitely use beef. Eric likes beef. But I like chicken, so I'm always cooking with chicken, and he's always complaining that I'm turning him into a chicken because I feed him chicken too much. 20 years of chicken. As soon as this chicken is done, we're going to make a sauce that's going to be used in the stir fry, but half of it is going to be used just to marinate the chicken a little bit while we're stir frying the vegetables. Chicken will marinate pretty quick. So let's make the marinade. So I'm going to make a little bit of a sauce. I'm going to put a little bit of it in the chicken, and it can sit there until we're ready to cook it. Otherwise, it'll go into the stir fry. Now, I have a cup of chicken broth, and I'm going to add in a half a cup of low sodium soy sauce. I'm going to add a little bit of our garlic. You could put minced garlic in here. I just have some sliced garlic that'll season that a little bit. I also have 2 teaspoons of sugar. I have 2 teaspoons of rice wine vinegar. And we're going to put in 2 to 4 tablespoons, however much you like. I love this chili sauce. So I usually put a lot because I just love the flavor of it. I use this as a dipping sauce for spring rolls. I use it for all kinds of stuff. I love it. I'm going to put 4 tablespoons in because that's just how I am. It's chili sauce, but it's not hot. It's sweet. And we're going to spice it up with a little bit of sriracha. You can put as much as you like. I'm going to put a couple teaspoons, heaping teaspoons. Rinse that off a little bit, and we're going to stir that up. That looks delicious. Here's the chicken that we cut up, and I'm just going to pour a little bit of this on the chicken. And we're going to, don't cross-contaminate your sauce. We're just going to toss this around, and we're going to let this marinate in this for a few minutes while we get our wok heated up. This is just going to make the chicken nice and tasty. The remainder of the sauce we're going to use in the stir fry. We might need to do a little thickening of it by putting some little cornstarch slurry. We'll see how it goes. And we're ready to stir fry. So I have a stir fry pan here. I have it nice and heated up. We're going to put a little bit of peanut oil in here. Some people use like safflower oil. Sometimes there's like stir fry oil. We're just going to use a little peanut oil. Because my pan isn't overly huge, we're going to have to probably brown this off in a couple cooks. I am going to cook the chicken, and then we're going to put it to the side and do the vegetables separately. So let's get the chicken going. Woo! Woo! I love stir frying. So we're going to take this out of here. Woo! Smells really, really good. Woo! And we're going to put the rest of our chicken in. Okay, I dumped that oil out, and now I'm just going to put in a little bit more oil. And we're going to put in, I'm going to do this in 2 batches. So I'm going to flavor the oil here with a little bit of garlic. Just let that flavor a little bit. We're going to put in some onion. Wow. Bell pep. We're going to put carrot. So we're looking pretty good. We're going to go ahead and put some zucchini in here. Yum. I love zucchini. And some mushrooms. Wow. It's delicious. This looks really, really good. Oh my gosh. It looks fantastic. So we're going to put some snow peas in here. And I have some water chestnuts, just came out of the pan. Wow, that looks fantastic. Thank you, Zhen Knife. It hooked us up. Because that looks absolutely beautiful. Okay, so in this bowl I have a teaspoon of cornstarch. I'm just going to put a little of my liquid in here. We're going to use this as a thickening agent for the sauce. So we're just going to dissolve that in here. And then since we're doing 2 batches, I'm just going to put like half of this in here. Then I'm going to put in our thickener. And we sort of have to bring this to boil for the thickening power to come up. So we're rocking and rolling here pretty good. I'm going to put in half the chicken. Wow. I kind of want it a little saucy because I'm going to be eating this over rice. So, and let's get this out of here. Wow, that looks delicious. Yum, 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 yum. I'm going to go ahead and cook up the second batch, and then we're going to put this over rice and have a taste. So we have a feast for a queen, right? I have a bowl of some cooked hot rice, and we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to use some tongs, and we're going to put some of our stir fry on here. It looks fantastic. It looks absolutely fantastic. You don't need to go to a restaurant. You don't need to do any of that. Stay home, cook yourself some chicken stir fry. Let's take a taste. I don't know about you, but this looks fantastic. And this Zhen knife did a great job. I love the shape of it. I am just addicted to this knife. I don't know why. I just think I love the shape. I like how it rocks, and it did a fabulous job. So thanks, Zhen, for sending me this knife. If you want to take a look at it, I'll leave a link in the description to the Amazon page. So let's take a taste. Look at that. I mean, that is so good looking. I'm starting to surprise myself because you guys know I'm on this journey to learn to cook. And I just look at this and I'm like, I actually made this. This is amazing because me and Eric just celebrated our 20th wedding anniversary. And when we first met, the only thing I knew how to make was a sort of a big breakfast omelet scramble. That's the only thing I knew how to make. And pizza, because I worked at a pizza restaurant.
Got me hooked.
I made him think that I knew what I was doing, but I definitely didn't know what I was doing. But I just take a look at this and I'm like, I'm just floored that I actually made this. So if I can make it, you can make it. It is absolutely delicious. It's great with the rice. You could use, boil up some noodles and pan fry the noodles. You no longer need to go out to a restaurant and pay $30, $40 for dinner. Make this. It's inexpensive. You can throw whatever vegetables you have in your refrigerator, whatever meat, use this sauce, and you're in there. You're missing out, Eric. If you like this video, please subscribe below and leave me a comment and a like, and visit my website at amylearnstocook.com. I'm also on Twitter and Pinterest at Amy Learns to Cook. Thanks, Zhen.
Bon appetito.